GC kids and families. It is so good to be back to our normal videos. Well, as you know, we're still in this kind of different wonky time with COVID, but it is to keep each other safe, right? And so I hope even through all of this that you had a wonderful Christmas and a great New Year celebration. And you know what? We're still not done celebrating. You might be asking, what do you mean about that? Well, Christmas is celebrating Jesus being born, right? God coming to us, Emmanuel. And that is a celebration that we're going to continue. And if you were with us on Sunday, I just mentioned a little bit about Epiphany. And Epiphany is the story that the church celebrates in remembering the three magi, the three wise men or wise people. And so that's a way for us to remember that Jesus came for the whole world and all people, right, Edith? Yes, all people. So we're going to continue with that celebration. So, well, here we are, and I want to just refresh. We have our sacred space, here we are, and we have our pencils and colored pencils here, and we have our prayer journal that Edith decorated for us that we've been using through this COVID time. And our sacred space is a place in our living room that we've made kind of special. Since we can't come together as a big church at the gathering, you don't have Sunday school, you can make your own space at your house. And we have our storybook Bible here, and we're open to a specific story. What's the story title, Edith?
The story of the boy Jesus.
Yes, that's right. We're going to be looking, there isn't much known. We don't know much about Jesus as a little boy, but there's this one story. And we're going to take a look at that today and this week and on Sunday. So before we get into that, in our sacred space, I just wanted to point out, because I like colors. Do you like colors? Do you have a favorite color, Edith?
My favorite color is red.
Red. What's your favorite color? Those are so good. Well, in our sacred space, we have some green things. And when I think of green, like this evergreen up here, or right here where we have our prayer journal, when I think of green, and historically in the history of the church, when we celebrate with colors, it helps us, it reminds us that we are growing in our relationship with God. Green reminds me of growth outside, good, alive, beautiful things. So just like the color green, we are growing in our life with God. We are growing more and more like Jesus, right? Yeah. So back to our story. Story of Jesus as a boy. So at home, I invite you to make something that you can play with while you read the story together as a family. So again, use what you have at home, and this is what we had. So I have a blanket and some cloth, and I found some pieces of wood, and we made people out of these pieces of wood. So this is Mary, Joseph, and 12-year-old Jesus right here. And over here we have the wise teachers at the temple. And the temple, we just took an envelope and glued it onto a piece of paper like so. And after the story's over, look what we can do. We can put all of the people in the temple like so. And then it's just gonna sit in our sacred space, and Edith and Charlie and Naomi or me, we can get it out and we can play with the pieces. We can read the story again together. We can act it out. We can pray. We can do all those things with what we have, right? Great. So again, use what we have. And here we have the story set up in front of us. So as you read the story together, you can act out the story. Yeah, about Jesus traveling to the temple with his mom and dad. And he's 12 years old, and he can venture off more by himself, probably with his friends and his family, and he can go to the temple by himself. Think about that. For you older GC kids, how do you feel when your parents give you more freedom to go off by yourself? How do you feel? Something to think about. And in the story, as it unfolds, as you read it together, think about how would you feel if you'd be Mary and Joseph? How would you feel being Jesus in this situation as a 12-year-old boy? Where do you find yourself in the story? And as you read that story together as a family, I hope it just brings you closer together as a family, that the Holy Spirit just speaks to you and guides you in your relationship, and you grow together with God. So there's our craft, here's our story, and on Sunday morning, we're going to learn more about this. Kurt is going to be preaching and talking to us about this very story, and we're going to sing some wonderful songs with Lee leading us, and I hope to see you on Zoom Sunday morning. GC Kids and Families, grace, peace, love, joy, and keep on celebrating.